Hello and welcome to the channel. Today's video is all about GST registration. In this video, we will get to learn how to register yourself on GST portal, and this is for normal taxpayers which has to file form GST REG 1. So firstly, you have to come on the GST portal and click on register. You just have to follow each and every step prescribed in this video in order to get your GST registration done. Before starting the video, if you are new on my channel, then do subscribe to the channel for more such content. Let's start now. So when you click on new registration, then you will get this interface where you have to create your user credentials. For that purpose, you have to provide your details such as I am a taxpayer, you have to select there. Then you have to select your state, district, legal name of the business, which is as per PAN. Like in case of individual, it is your own name. In case of company, LLP or firm, it is as per the name mentioned in the PAN card of that particular entity. Then you have to feed your PAN number, email address, mobile number, and then CAPTCHA. OTP will be sent to this email address and mobile number, so make sure you enter your correct details. Then you have to click on proceed. After clicking on proceed, you will get all the existing details if you have ever done your registration earlier. Even you can check your details of rejection of GST registration so that you can keep it in your mind before applying for new registration. So you can also download this PDF. Then you just have to proceed. After clicking on proceed, OTPs will be sent to your provided mobile number and mail ID. So after getting your OTPs, you have to fill here and proceed. Now a TRN will be generated, which is temporary reference number, by the help of which you can check your registration form until your ARN is generated. See, ARN is generated after completing your entire registration of GST. That means when you fill all the details and submit it to the department, then ARN is provided by the department. That is different from this TRN. TRN is only for temporary until you submit this application. Okay. See, as the TRN number is already generated, after going on new registration, you have to select TRN option and then fill the CAPTCHA and proceed. OTP verification will be done as I have already mentioned. Then you have to click on proceed. Here you can check your details, application for new registration, which is drafted, and you have to edit. Okay, so from here onwards starts the main process in which you have to fill all your business details in the various tabs provided. So let's start one by one. In business details tab, all the details of your business will be required to be mentioned, such as your legal name of business and PAN number will be automatically filled as we have already mentioned in earlier. Then you have to provide your trade details like trade name and constitution of business such as proprietorship, partnership, LLP, firm or company. In case of individuals, it is proprietorship only. Then if you have any other additional trade name, then you can select that too. Then your name of the state and district. Then the first thing you have to choose is option for composition. You must be aware about the composition scheme in GST, right? There are several benefits that are offered to composition scheme taxpayers but not to the normal taxpayers. I can't tell you in detail right now, but if you want to know more about it, you can just comment down. I'll make a separate video for it. So if you want to go with the composition scheme, please make sure to click yes and then select your role, which is manufacturer or supplier or any other supplier. Then you have to click on declaration button. Then the second thing you have to choose is casual taxable person, which is again different from the normal taxpayer, and click yes only if you want to register as casual taxable person and provide other details. Then you have to select the reason for GST registration, which is in general case voluntary basis. If your turnover has crossed the limit, then you should select crossing the threshold. If you are ISD, input service distributor, then you have to go with that. If you are SEZ, then you have to select accordingly. In general case, we select voluntary basis. Okay. Date of registration will be today's date only. In any other case, choose accordingly. Now you have to provide your existing registration details in indicate existing registrations tab. So if you have already registered yourself, then you have to provide the details, otherwise not. Like in case of companies, it is mandatory to provide your existing registrations details because the companies are already registered on the MCA portal once at the time of incorporation. So you have to select those details with registration number and date of registration on MCA Portal. Then you have to click on add. In this document upload section, you have to select the document related to your existing registration. Like in case of MCA registration, you have to choose your certificate of incorporation, COI. So I hope all these parts are clear to you now. Let's move ahead. Okay, lastly, you have to upload any document for trade name. Like it could be any other existing registration on your business name, like MSME certificate or any other certificate specifying the trade name of your business. So you can upload that document and click on save and continue. So here comes the promoters or partners details tab, where you have to provide all the details regarding the proprietor of the business or the partners as per the case may be. Please make sure that all these provided details must be matched from your Aadhaar card and PAN card. Otherwise, the application will be rejected. So these all are basic details that you can just fill, like the name of person, father's name, date of birth, mobile number, email address, gender and telephone number if any. Then you have to provide your identity information, like your designation. In case of proprietorship, you have to select proprietor here, otherwise partner, director, depending upon which registration it is. Yes, if you are selecting director in the designation tab, then you have to also provide your DIN number, then your PAN number, passport number in case of foreigners, and your Aadhaar number if you are Indian resident. So here you have to select your residential address. You can select it through the map by locate your address or just fill the details over here. Now in document upload, you have to upload your photograph whose information has been provided above in the JPEG format, and file size should be less than 100 KB. Also, this is mandatory, so please provide correctly. And if this person is also authorized signatory, then please click yes here. Authorized signatory is the one who will take care of all the activities on the GST portal, whether it is regarding filing returns or making any amendments. OTP will be sent to that person only. Then you have to click on save and continue. If address doesn't specify any locality or sublocality, then you can leave it blank and click on yes. One more thing to keep in mind, in case of partnership firm, LLP or company, there must be minimum 2 partners or directors, otherwise error message will be shown, because minimum mandatory requirement is of 2 in case of company, partnership firm, LLP. In case of proprietorship, there can be 1 promoter only, not a problem. So here comes the authorized signatory tab, in which you just have to click on primary authorized signatory if this person is primary one, like the OTP will be sent to this person first. So you have to select the entire details, or if you have just clicked on the authorized signatory also tab, then all the details will be fetched by itself. Okay, so here you have to select firstly proof of details of authorized signatory, like in case of companies, board resolutions are passed. In all other cases, you can just simply make a letter of undertaking providing the approval of the person acting as authorized signatory in the entity. Then you have to upload the photograph of the authorized signatory. Then if there is more than 1 authorized signatory, you can click on add new button, otherwise click on save and continue. Now in the authorized representative tab, you have to provide the details of authorized representative of the entity if any. So you have to click yes in case you have the authorized representative, which can be a GST practitioner or any other. In general cases, it is selected as no. So if you have any authorized representative, only then select yes. Then you have to provide the details of that GST practitioner or any other person, like the enrollment ID and other details you have to provide. So here comes the another major important tab, PPOB, Principal Place of Business. Even major number of queries from GST department are arised from this tab only. So please make sure to provide the correct and authentic details over here. You just have to select the address of the business location correctly as mentioned in the electricity bill or legal documents of the business, property documents or rent agreement if any. So just make sure that whatever documents you have, The address should match from it. Otherwise, you will get a query regarding it. You have to select the state jurisdiction, which you can check from the official website of center jurisdiction. The link is provided over here. Then you have to provide office email ID, mobile number, which can be similar to as provided in the partners tab, not a problem. Then you have to select the nature of possession of premises, like it is rented or owned or any other as per the case may be. Then you have to upload the documents accordingly. Two documents are mandatory to be selected over here. In case of own premises, one is your electricity bill and other is your legal document of the property like sale deed or municipal tax receipt. In case of rented premises, rent agreement is must and it should be clearly visible in the correct format, and electricity bill should be latest, that means of last 3 months, not older than that. Otherwise you will get a query. So upload all the documents very correctly. Also, one more thing you can do, to also provide the identity proof of owner of the premises and yourself, like aadhaar card and pen card. Please merge those documents in these PDFs only. Now you have to select the nature of business activity, like it is a warehouse or factory or manufacturing, retail or wholesale business. So you have to select accordingly. And if you have additional place of business, please click yes and then save and continue. So in the additional place of business tab, you can select your additional business place address. So first you select the number of additional places, then provide the details. One more thing to add, if the nature of possession of premises is on consent basis, then please provide the consent letter, and in case of lease deed is must, which must be properly stamped and notarized. Here comes the HSN details of the goods and services. So you can simply choose the HSN for your commodities. If you are not sure about the HSN number of your commodity, please search it over the Google. You will get the details and then select accordingly in case of goods as well as in case of services. After selecting the details, please click on save and continue. Then comes your state specific information, which is only required in case you belong to a state which has to comply with professional tax requirements, which is generally West Bengal and Maharashtra. So if you belong to such states, only then you have to select these information. That involves professional tax employee, your registration certificate of professional tax, name of the person, and license number obviously. So here comes the most important part of Aadhaar authentication, which is very very important. That will fetch all your details from your Aadhaar details. So this must be done by the person who is also a primary authorized signatory. Like if the person is a partner or promoter plus primary authorized signatory, then you are eligible to do Aadhaar authentication. Just click on yes and check your details and submit. After submitting your GST application, the person will get a mail regarding Aadhaar authentication, in which OTP will be sent to registered mobile number of Aadhaar, and then the verification will be completed. So here comes the final part of verification. Just select the name of authorized signatory, fill your place, designation, date will be automatically shown, and click on submit with EVC or DSC, whatever is available with you. In case you don't have a DSC, then go with submit with EVC, in which you will get OTP on both the registered mail ID as well as mobile number. Then just click on proceed and your application will be submitted successfully. Also, acknowledgement, that is ARN number, will be sent in next 15 minutes, by the help of which you will be able to track your application later on as well. Once you submit your GST application, you will receive a mail within 15 minutes regarding Aadhaar authentication, in which you have to provide your consent and then fill your Aadhaar number, on which OTP will be sent to the registered mobile number. After entering the OTP, you have to click on validate OTP and your final process will be done. After which you will receive an ARN number on the same mail ID, by which you will be able to track the application status of your GST, and within 15 days your application will be either accepted or a query may be raised by the department if they are not satisfied with the details provided by you. So you have to provide the additional details in the form of documents or maybe whatever details they are asking for. So by submitting the reply to that query within 7 days of the notice, you will get your GST registration accepted successfully. Remember one thing, if you do not reply to that query in the satisfactory way, then they might reject your application, after which you have to reapply from the start. So I hope all the things are clear to you, and if you have any other query, you can reach out to me through comment box. That's all for this video. See you in the next one. Bye bye. Take care.